So we had that quest from the trials? No. Two-sided, that should be it. Alice revealed the wicked soul Esmer dwells within him. He's also helped finding an expert who understands the predicament. That's it? That's all you can give me? Just find an expert and then... You need to give me more to work on that, mate. Marketplace. Why's that an interesting place? Weird. Actually, we could probably sell things. We do have a lot of items, and I do want to check out what wares we could acquire. I feel like we are lacking slightly in wares.
Yes?
Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, you, sir, you get beaten so quickly. You need better armor. Call for interested patrons. What do you have, anyway? Just medium armor, huh? And you've got... some heavy armor? You've got leather armor, which is fine. You've got medium armor as well, okay. What's in our stash? Do we have any heavy armor? Medium armor with... Hello. That's better than yours, right? By 1. You have 45% recovery speed reduction, as opposed to 40%. That's heavy armor. 50%. And 12. So we can go halfway. The heavy plate. You know what? I'm going full Monty, you know? Plate mail. Maybe we can find you some good plate mail.
As you wish. Yes?
See you.
Good day, stranger.
Let me see what you have for sale. How much gold? We've got a lot of money. 6 grand. Berethian priest robes. Okay, I'll remember that for if we need to go there, but I don't see anything I can use. The lady's hand. That's interesting. It's a what? Scepter. Two-handed. Oof. We got some interesting... Ludicrous Grimoire. Eh. What else do we have here? That's a lot of money. Fine dagger. No. No idea what to do with these grimoires. I don't think I ever used them. I need to look them through, I think. A war bow, meh. I'm gonna keep that because that looks cool. Let's just get rid of all this armor. What's that? Ah, Berethian priest robe. Eh. Keep that. Because that's good, some good plate mail there. Fine mail armor. Fine breastplate. You know what, let's just sell it. Sell it all. Sell the cat. Really? It's not worth anything. That stuff we'll keep because that's crafting. Nope. He doesn't take the cat. I don't know what he takes. At least I don't think he takes this stuff. No, he does take it. It's just grayed out for some reason. Weird. Why is it grayed out? So it's a pry bar, need that. Lockpicks, got a bunch of lockpicks, good. Can't put that in our stash right now. Right, we've got 7 grand. Pop that in there. Pop that in the stash. Pop that in the stash as well, actually. Can we stack those? No. I don't know what to do with the grimoires. Might as well dull. Cloud of fog. Ooh. Do you have level 3 spells yet? Huh. Huh. This is interesting. Okay. Caster's face becomes a nightmarish mask of rotting insects. Unspeakable horror, terrified and sickened. Bears the enemy's combat vulnerabilities or to see. Ooh. Why not? Crackling bolt caster becomes a lightning generator of powerful bolt electricity that streaks out in a line of sight and bounces off walls, harming anything in its path. That could be bad. Summons a flaming ball of molten earth that explodes in a targeted location, causing burn damage. Let's put them all in because that's what we got, so... Oh, that says in his quick slot, huh? Oh. That makes more sense. I thought I hadn't equipped that properly yet. Okay. I think I can get rid of the chill fog and put the dazzling lights in there. That sounds good to me. And your quick slot? Got chill fog in there, that's fine. Yeah, there's not much difference between these grimoires, so...
Hail and well met.
How much do you want for this? 100 copper. Boom. Gimme, gimme, gimme. So what does Lord Pi have upon his person? Is it a scepter or is it a wand? A rod? A wand? Range. We look for a range, see if that's...
Greetings.
Range. So that's something that they could use, but yeah, unfortunately, we can't afford it. And then you've got a whole bunch of crap. Stuff that I sold you. And these do nothing to do that, is more decoration. Retrain character, that's right. Not sure what to do now. I feel like... Let's leave Defiance Bay. That's what we should do. Just go. Go and start the Master Below quest, I think. Actually, no, we need to find an inn. No, wait, we can go back home to where we need to go. Sleep. And then see what things we can build. Cadnua. Fighters extremely durable, among the most reliable damage dealers. They can be very effective as locking down a position and progressively wearing down even hard to hit enemies. Cool. Go fighters. You're the men of this house. Main keep construction completed. Wicked sick, mate. I might have forgotten what exactly that's means to me. Just slightly forgotten. Was this the main interest, or did I just go in the wrong way? It's very possible that I went in the right way. This place is looking a bit better, I think. Main keep construction's completed. It's got 8 and 8. So what was the main keep to do? Upgrading the main keep will repair your great hall, allowing visitors and adventures to be available to you and your companions. Barley houses various necessities for keeping your stronghold self-sufficient. Buildings upgrade will allow you to upgrade grounds further. Towers Cadnua stand high on the walls. Stronghold upgrading the tower, gain perception bonus when resting bright low. Library. Countess Nords. I want something that gives me plus defense. Plus defense. Wooden trails surrounds the domain. That costs a lot of money. Upgrading them will grant bonus, both construction, athletics bonus, constitution bonus when resting. Okay, so that's 2 and 1, or 1 and 2. Oh, the West Barbican. Here we go. Western Barbican bars the passage of invaders crossing the river Askin River. Well, we can't do anything else, can we? No. Fair enough.
I trust all is well. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
Where to begin? Let's see here. No events. You, Lydia. Oh. Ha, Lydia, I remember you. So, was this your keep once? Not at all.
Not as a land is its lord's. More as a child is its mother's. This castle was my design, you see. The Earl appointed me to do it. I was getting on in years. I knew it would be my only chance to build something magnificent. When it was built, I couldn't bring myself to part from it, to go back to my lonely home. I begged the Earl to let me stay, to take care of it. It was all I wanted, and he granted it. Years later, when Bereth's usher finally came calling, I begged the Earl to find a way to let me remain, and so he did. The Earl of Yenwood, the original, in fact, when Deerwood was a colony. He found this site, the only ruin Ere Glanfarth refused to defend, and he believed its wealth would be great. The keep was his way of defending his family's claim, and that claim became his obsession. He had to know what lay beneath. He devoted his life to excavating the ruins below the keep. They had been sealed with rock and soil. Deliberately, it would seem. Years passed, and with them the Earl. He dug his entire life and never found what he sought. His obsession became his sons and his sons' sons. And one day, that young Earl broke through.
Yes, an endless maze, incomprehensible in its construction. But he would never come to learn more than that. Vile things had taken up residence there. Vile and dangerous, they poured up through the keep and slew its residents, the Earl among them.
After that, the keep remained abandoned, unused, wasted. Meowall's mastery of this place was the first hope I'd had in 200 years. How I've longed to see it as it once was. I can only guess why all this has happened. I fear I've wronged the gods putting this place here, and they've doomed me to watch it wear away into dust. To witness my own folly.
Are you a prisoner?
Imprisoned? At times it feels that way, I suppose. But it's more that I reside here. The throne was brought up from the ruins. One of the first things they found. As a last favor to a dying woman, the Earl arranged for me to be moved into it. Audra is an accommodating vessel for a soul. Oh, it's not as confining as it seems. I can feel the whole keep from here, and all things that are tied to it. There's something about this throne and its construction. Or maybe it's something about this place.
Oops. Yep. That's interesting. So, creepy but interesting, right? Barracks, the dungeons, treasury. Hang on. Is there, there's no goodies. What's that there? The library. Don't know if that's been done yet, has it? don't think we've done up the library yet. It was one of the possibilities that we could have done, but that would have given me plus prestige and made me susceptible to bandits, so no, fair enough. I suppose. Enough dilly-dallying. Let's go down. Actually, crap, wait. Back up. What you gonna do now? We need to go rest. Revitalize our spells we used. How do I rest anyway? Is it up here? Or is it outside? I can't remember. I guess it's not here. I know I did build it, didn't I? Because that was like one of the things you could build. One of the only things you could really build at first. Oh, baby. Okay. I think it's this, isn't it? Some of the people we meet and fight in the world can be taken prisoner. Imagine, look at that. So what's up here? Doesn't say on the map. I just want to find a bed, man. Whoa. That's cool. There's googlies. The window in the corner of the side of the curtain looks down the tangible mess of overgrown stuff. So that's our bed. Let's just explore, because I... Oh. It's very unlikely there's going to be stuff in here, but you never know. The game might be kind. That way we can give it a search marker. Alright. Bright low. Discovered 60 experience gained. Well, we probably want that one then. Master 3 rest plus 2 survival. Rest. Beautiful. Beautiful fire. Right. Okay, look, Pie. I'm gonna go find this dude below and say how's your father to him. Hopefully we kill him. Quick smart, you know. Question, what level are we anyway? Level 5. 5, 5, 4, 4, 5. These guys level so slowly. No, actually, they've got the exact same experience, so I don't know why. Maybe because he joined us later? Weird. Oh, we should craft things actually. Before we head down there. Inventory. Crafting. Food. An endurance would be good actually. Oh. I see. Mind skin versus Gade, mirrored image. Holy balls. Okay, let's do potion of endurance. Mana regeneration, should I say. We create 2 of all this. So we need this copper stuff pretty badly. Scroll restore light endurance. Okay. Cool. And you're good. Actually, can we enchant you? Burning Lash. 25% burn damage. Accurate. That's going to take +4 accuracy, +25%. Got the enchantment achievement. Can't do anything with you because I used it all on him. Can't do anything with you. Nope. Made you pretty good. What do you have at the moment? Nothing other slang thing. Okay, I see. It's 1 out of 1. Right. +5 accuracy against human, Amala, Oran, Dwarf, +25% damage against... Wow. +5 accuracy. +5 accuracy, 25% against prime audio. Interesting. What's the 4 mean? I'm intrigued by that, but I'll leave it for now. Because I think that I want to... Oh, you've already got a pretty decent bow. Crossbow. Can't actually do anything here. Oh, we need more. Okay. Oops. For pie. Feel like you could use these. Can you use that? You can. But you don't. You're not gonna. What do these do again? +10 to endurance, +2 intellect, +10 to endurance. Got a kitty cat. Chicken in our stash, kitty cat. Not sure what to do with this stuff, to be honest. Scrolls,
Yes.
huh? Am I right? Am I right? Scrolls, you know? Tend to try and use them, but you don't use them. Yep. That's a very interesting looking face. Have we explored this place? We did to a degree.
Certainly.
We explored it to a degree. Hello. Wood beetle. I assume they won't be too hard to kill. Or maybe they would be hard to kill. I'm just going to use this stuff on them. Injured, near death, near death. What are you doing? I don't know what you just did. What did you just do, darling? Is that your...
Yes.
Oh, you probably got this guy's song on you. Cast it quickly! Nice. I don't know what it was, but I think it's meant to reduce the defense of enemies. That's right. Well, we showed those beetles what for,
Certainly.
huh? We sure showed them how to fight proper. What's that? Silver lusk. Okay, I'll take it. A looter? The hell are you doing in my place, man? Holy balls. Let's use the normal stuff first. Probably throw down a healing. No. Not. Oh, it's just a single target thing. Yeah. No. Oh, he's targeting you, buddy. Cast that for me, please. Little pie. Do you have a good scroll, perchance? What's that do? Right, to spare, top magical scroll. The ritual containing the scroll allows for readers to grant specific skill bonus to all of the allies for a long duration. Plus 3 mechanics, okay. Don't know why you have that.
Following your lead.
That's not very helpful.
I saw that. You near death at all? Right, you can't actually attack him from that range. Just kill him then. Let's try and dazzle him.
Yes?
That went alright. What do you give me here? Make 80 fatigue. Oh, that'll be good for when a character gets fatigued.
Following your lead. Of course.
Yes?
Froghound. Some sugar. Oops. So that's all there was down here, huh? Frickin' looters, I tell you.
Following your lead. Let's end this! Let's end this! Right away.
Someone just got gibbed.
Yes?
Oh, that was a slaughter. That was a complete and absolute slaughter. Why are we in slow mode? Oh, because we're in combat. That's right. That's
Certainly.
right. Need to loot everything we can, boys. We need all the ingredients and flaming scrolls we can get. Actually, wait. You... Who is the mechanic scroll? It was you, okay. Why the hell do you have grain in your inventory? What's that do? Plus 2 endurance. Should take the scroll instead. Don't know what to do with that, probably end up selling it most likely. Can you use that? You can. Scroll of Tanglefoot, huh? Could be useful.
A simple test.
Why'd I lockpick it? You can just go around. Crazy ass man. Oh, is that his, that's his phrases. I'm not sure when he gets his actual ability to summon things. What do we got here? A wood beetle. What's wrong with them?
How may I help you?
Weird. Stone beetle, come. Scroll of winds. Come, soft winds of death. Is that him? Ah, drains a portion of. Oh, look at that. He's just in range. Cool.
Spot on! That's not...
I heard that it's not actually working for you too well.
How may I help?
Oh?
Don't you have all bunch of things? Watch those. Getting endurance in the process. The Watcher speaks directly to the souls of his enemies, filling them with dread within them. What waits on the wheel? So that's just pretty much a spooky thing. Spooky, spooky, skeleton. Sort of thing, you know? Sword. What's your value? 5. You know what? I need the money.
Yes?
I really need some money, you know?
Following your lead.
There's gotta be something in here, right? I've already cleaned this out. I may have already cleaned this area out. But not here.
Oh?
So I wanna keep
Following your
them
lead.
quite possibly.
Here we are. To think we are so close. Beneath our very feet lie the endless paths built by Ard Nua, the great Angwithan king. Well, up here this is all Adiran, of course. But should we descend far enough, we will find some real history.
Okay.
To uncover that great king's tomb would be a dream. But it is one of his servants I am after. Gabranos, a powerful mage and a dedicated scholar. A keeper of lore, just as I mean to be. He was in possession of the Tanvi Oratoa, or whatever form of it preceded the one we know. I've seen it in ruins, alongside Gabranos' name. Scraps of the same symbols and verses we know in Rauatai. He must have held the words in high regard. Or perhaps he was even the author.
Let's start looking
If my
then.
sources are correct, Gabranos will have brought the text with him. It will probably be within a library, or a tomb perhaps. It tends to be one of the two.
Great.
Let's be off.
Oh?
Awesome. 870 experience for just exploring. I'm guessing that's the way down. That is the way down. We haven't explored everything yet. Not on this level at least. Gotta do that before we go down, you know? Explore, loot, and kill.
Following your lead.
What's in here, buddy? There's a lot of dead things.
Oh?
Following your lead.
Spider, spider, spooky, creepy spiders. Too bad you don't get like
Yes?
sneak attack
Yes?
damage.
I can't move!
That's bad. You can't move, Lokpai!
Following your lead.
Just take him out. That's a big spider. That's a big spider. Oops. Halt! Okay, let's take on these little guys first. We got poisoned. Nice. Can you destroy things like that?
Spot on! That's it!
Okay, it's coming. It is coming for our soul. So can you generous cast advanced storage storage endurance was nope. I want something that cures us of what's ailing us. Because accuracy might be good later on. Fortunes with allies grant a bonus against attacks of sick and weak afflictions, reducing the duration.
Yes?
Okay.
Like worth and rock!
Oh, she's badly injured.
Spot on!
Oh, log pie! Oh my god! Holy gods! Gibbed that queen so badly. Oh. Woo! Stiletto. What is this little baby? Oil Reach. Unique stiletto one-handed. 12 to 17 pierce damage with deflection, 3 DR bypass, 20% damage restored as endurance, damaging 1, 15% damage. And we can still make it better. Who here uses stilettos? I think you'd probably benefit from this, right? Maybe not. That's good for assassins, right? Does it say what type of blade it is, besides being a stiletto? Stilettos are short, like sort of daggery things, aren't they? Yeah, I think they are. That's fantastic to have, but unfortunately I can't use it. Well, I could if I had a assassin
Yes.
character, but I don't. What's that? Weathered and covered with dull patina, this elaborately carved pillar appears far older than the surrounding structure. Interesting. Oh, some bodies in here. What's that? Some hide armor. Wow, it's worth a lot. Gimme, gimme, gimme. So what's... Oh, this is not a way up. This is... okay. It's a hand. That is a hand. Where does this go up to? Let's see where this goes to. Some weapons like a Stoic Mace and Stiletto are negated portions of enemy's damage reduction. That's what it does. Negates some of the damage reductions, so they take more damage from your allies because they have an overall damage reduction. That's where that goes to, huh? What? Accept. I don't understand what's happening. Take one out. Why did it take an hour? That's weird. Okay. I used a lot of spells, so I'm gonna go rest up. Then we'll go back down to level 1 to get to level 2. But that'll be the next video, guys. See you then. Bye. Okay, for some reason, when I slept, this happened. So you awake to see Durance, a staff held in both of his hands before him. A flame flickers to the top of his head, casting long shadows across his face as he stares in contemplation. Still, for all the light of the fire, your eyes can't focus on them. Perhaps it is awakened from sleep or tricked the light, but he seems indistinct, blurred around the edges. Everything except for the staff. The staff. He seems to be studying its engravings. As you watch, the engravings glow thinly red, like one of the cracks of heat-sufficed wood. The linen streamed like molten metal, burning along the edges of his staff, then branch out in the intricate series of fiery veins, punching thickly where his hands clutch the wood, pulsing as if a heartbeat. As you watch, the veins spiral into a dozen separate circles, circles that spiral again until they are arranged in a circle of their own. They pulse, wait, and all is strangely silent. And then suddenly, there is a great light from the fire, a rushing of air, a great flash, and you awaken again to see Durance in the same place, still holding his staff, but he is solid, real. He doesn't seem to notice you, or react to what occurred. Oh.
What?
Durance! What happens? I thought I felt your eyes on me. Now come the words. I had some questions
If
for you.
doubts and curiosity plague you, you're skinning your knuckles on the wrong door.
Alright. I saw something strange. You were sitting by a fire and I saw a great light from your staff.
Tell me what you saw.
It was like a flash, like an explosion, a rushing of air, incredibly bright.
It is the light of the Godhammer you saw.
Durance takes in each word. He is strangely silent for a moment, and when he speaks his voice is low. The Godhammer?
It was a weapon of Deerwood's people, a symbol of their independence. It saved the Deerwood.
What do you know about it?
It brought the Saints' War to an end, knocked a god from his perch. There are few that would deny Eothas overstepped. The Godhammer reminded Eothas of it. You saw its light because I helped shape it, give it life, and release it into the world. Once seen, its glory is almost too bright to be believed, and too bright to be forgotten.
You helped build this thing?
There were 12 of us. We fashioned the weapon, drafted plans for it, prayed for guidance at Ashfall, and it came to me there. Each of us were given a staff made from the forest of black trees around us, glowing with embers and fire far greater than this branch you see now. It felt as if the staff was Margaren's own finger, guiding my hand, guiding the other 11, the shadows of the 12 who would come to stand on the bridge to stop Eothas. Even in that stand, there was a ritual to it. For the 12 that stood on the bridge, there were a dozen shadows cast, a dozen faithful of Margaren. her fiercest supporters and shapers of the Godhammer.
Durance rests his staff in front of him, and the flame atop it curls for a moment, the light flaring slightly. It splits into a ring of flames, one after the other, until a dozen is met.
As 12 held Aethys fast, we 12 unleashed our prayers, and let the Godhammer fall.
Then it blossoms brightly, once, and resumes its candle intensity. In the aftermath, the shadows seem sharper in the vicinity, as if they have edges, and you blink to clear your vision. Durance is staring at the tiny candle-like flame intently.
Shadows cast by the fire of the Godhammer, perhaps. And we shared their fate as well in time. Now the spine of the Deerwood is marked by the Godhammer, marked by Magrin. Not all deaths come with stilled breath and stilled heart, or other stilled passions beneath the waste. Some deaths come from silence. The connection we once shared with Magrin, after the light of the Godhammer, it was not the same. It was as if we'd lost our senses, and sense of purpose as well. Instead of victory being welcomed, there was silence, within and without. Not many can claim to have killed a god. It is less a heroic tale than you would think. And such a death, it changed our faith. All faiths, I expect. Doubt followed, and the world changed. I do not believe Magrin was pleased by what we had done. The world is broken, the wheel stilled. There is sickness in the world's heart, perhaps the price of crossing a god. Crossing two gods. Even as Magrin shaped our hands, perhaps we carried her will farther than was allowed. Just as Widewind did. Saint Widewind. Mortal arrogance to match mortal arrogance. Yet if the world had changed, then I sought to change with it. If I had forgotten some of Magrin's teachings, I would find them again. I would make her see me again. I remembered Magrin's teachings, how reminders on the flesh were more important than the death of a vessel. And I wondered if killing Aethys, if that had simply set him free. Had it allowed him to escape his punishment and be taken on the wheel? Like a mortal? As I stepped from the now blessed Godhammer Bridge, I thought of Ashfall. I thought of the War of Black Trees, wondered if I needed to be burned to find myself again. That is Magrin at her heart. At least that is my hope. These are the doubts that befall me. The road to Ashfall is long, gives one time to think. If you think long enough, you do not go home. I left without telling anyone, with only the robes I wore at Halgot, my staff, and my name, which is long buried. Of my fellow 11 craftsmen, disciples, I know not what happened to them, if they suffered the same doubt as I did. But it was underserved. It was wrong. We had done all that Or had asked. Grab victory from defeat and... There is something about being used and cast aside. Perhaps Widewen himself felt it. There at the end, when the hammer struck. To be the proof that your god is hollow as the vessel it inhabits. I tried to find purpose, and avoided all contact with other Magranic priests. Did not seek the walls of Ashfall, and sought to make amends to my god through actions. I joined with the Purges for a time. And not long after came the first signs of the Hollowborn. So many crimes, trespasses, violations. The Salvation. Animancers were another sickness born of the Saints' War. A relapse of innovation, of desperation to heal what we had caused. All seemed worse than before the bridge, not better. And as years passed, the world became even worse still for the victory.
Sweat collects in the sooty creases of his forehead and runs down his ruddy cheeks. It drips from the tip of his nose. His mouth moves, but his utterances make no sound. He is, for once, at a loss. Feeling your gaze, he quickly composes himself, wiping his forehead with the back of his dirty hand.
Huh? Worship the whims of some fickle bitch, and you'll never be more than dirt beneath her feet. Worship what she worships, on the other hand. Take her fire for your own, and her esteem comes on its own. Of course, by that time you no longer need it. Trial and transformation, sure as Durance taught.
Durance glares at you, staring into his eyes gives you the feeling of peering over the edge of a great cliff.
You think to put the coals to my feet, but what's burned once will never burn again. These talks are your trial, Watcher. You cannot deflect the truth to one who has already been purified by it.
We chose the bridge because we could control it. Durance's hands tightened at the top of his staff, as if holding him by the neck. It was a place where we could choke Ethos in his own footsteps, where we knew his feet would fall, a narrow neck of stone. But it was more than that. It was the spine of the Durwood, symbolic of its backbone. Such symbols are important in the construction of a weapon. Durance studies his staff, his eyes travelling along the etchings. Any weapon. Durance's face hardens and his eyes burn, his eyebrows narrowing. I suspect Ethos knew that as well, and so did this vessel. His vessel. In its arrogance, hand tightens on the staff. He intended to walk upon the bridge, as if walking on the backs of Durwood. We intended to burn him with the light of our faith, and his 12 on the bridge, 12 in the shadow. We gave ourselves to it.
We put much of ourselves into the Godhammer. Such a device is not simply a machine. There are elements of the spirit in it, even Widewind's spirit. We all studied Widewind. He was our enemy, and he had provided the flesh the god wore as a cloak. That flesh made him vulnerable. I knew what fields his hands had tilled, his family, what he had harvested, where he had been born. We sought to know him, what had led him to fight us.
Why is that important?
You don't kill the god. You kill the man it inhabits. And you leave that man a ruin. Burn him to ash. The weapon was meant to not only burn his flesh, but it would burn his soul. And it did. At the cost of our own. And at the cost of our goddess's favor. That whore be turned.
Durance frowns, glances at you with a sharp look. Perhaps your eyes are blinded by the Godhammer's light. Watcher. He snorts. I may feel half a man at times, but even that is twice that of most others.
If you fear for my spirit, your fears are baseless. The Godhammer, seeing its light, only fueled my anger and made me stronger, made me re-examine the teachings of Margren, put them in a new light. I do not need you to cast any more questions on me, Watcher. Nor did I ask you to look upon me without my leave. Get gone. and leave me be.
Oh, thank the gods we're done with that dialogue. Terence! You're a bad, bad man!
Certainly.
Whoops.
I?
I don't understand you, but we will one day, you know? Baby, baby. Right, let's, get to where we were before on the level 1 going to level 2 then.